Welcome back, Wolfskinders, and welcome back to another deck profile on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels. Today's deck profile is on my NR Yosenju deck, and I've been playtesting this. As you guys know, I've been posting videos on it, and I think I finally have the deck somewhat compatible for at least a second going second deck. There is one card you can put in to make this a good going first deck, and I will tell you guys that momentarily, so hang on tight. So for the monster lineup, we have Yosenju Kobdan. This little one star monster allows you to put 3 Yosenju counters on training grounds, which I do have 3 copies of because you want to play 3 copies of that. And it allows you to get out another allows you to at least get another Yosenju out. So you if you do it correctly with Yosenjus, you can let's first skip onto the monsters first, and I'll let you guys know on the strategies. So we got Yosenju comma 1, 3 copies, Yosenju comma 2, 3 copies, Yosenju comma 3, 3 copies. We have Yosenju Mesket at 1 copy, and we have 3 copies of Ancient Warrior Loying Guan Yu. Now, you want to run 3 copies of the Yosenju Kamas because that's going to be your go-to starter deck to get to start swarming with this deck. So depending on what you have, if you always open up with 1 Kama, at least you can go with Koban. You can summon a Kama, summon a Koban, tribute the Kanban for the 3 counters, search another one, and since it was banished, and since this card was banished, you can do another normal summon. So depending on what you have, so say you have Kama 1 out, you can bounce a card if you have another Kama out, so you'd probably go with either Kama 3 or Kama 2. And with Kama 2, you can attack directly. So at least there, if you control, at least you can attack directly. So, and with Kama 3, you can always search. So it's good to have these three guys at 3 copies. Yosenju Maska, you only need 1 copy of this. You don't need any more than this, because you can easily search it. You can easily search it with Kama 3 or with Training Grounds. So you don't need to run any more than just 1. Now the Ancient Warrior Loyal Guan Yu, you can replace this with Casteria Ogre if you're having a difficult time if you want to do some stalling. So like this is a good beatdown deck because of Loyal Guan Yu. So you can beat down with this, or you could put in Casteria Ogre at 3 copies and pretty much have ability to banish cards. But this one allows you to pop a card if they have more than you. So since you're most likely at 3 copies, if you special summon Guan Yu, you can pop a card if there's more than 1. So that way you can easily bounce back with Kama 1 and be able to go for game. Now for the spell cards, since we're not running any traps at all, this is a straight monster, a very spell oriented heavy build. We have 3 copies of Noble Arm Exterminant. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Fiend Sanctuary at 3, Magical Mallet at 3, one time passcode at 1, Summon Storm at 3, 3-dimensional Fissures, as always, 3 Yosenju Training Grounds, 2 Yosenju Whirlwinds, and 3 Forbidden Chalice. Now, we run this because we run the Fiend Sanctuary and one-time passcode because maybe we don't want to tribute over our Kamas or our Loyal Guan Yu. So what you would do is with Fiend Sanctuary, it gives you some defense, and if they don't want to run over it because they're gonna take damage, since they'll take damage if they run over it, since you're gonna summon this in attack position, they'll run over it and take damage, then that's fine. So at least you can get some damage in before you go in straight for the kill. Or what you could do is if they don't do anything, pay the 1,000 life points, try to get Yosenju Misket in your hand, and then tribute over the Fiend Sanctuary. That's the same with one-time passcode. It's more of a defense card and more of a tribute fodder. But since you can only use one of these once per turn, I thought that having just one of these is fine, because most likely you're going to run into this. So if you open this, you can easily pop a one-time passcode and then also do a Fiend Sanctuary, and you have 2 ways of defending yourself, so that way you can easily get. The Magical Mallets is just for shuffling the cards in to try to get the better hand, is technically it. I couldn't find any draw power for this because this needed some type of draw power, and that's technically what this is. It's kind of like a draw power. So Summon Storm, this is just in case you're going to get, a lot of the times you're going to get impermed a lot of the times. So say you summon a comma, it gets impermed. So you want to try to bait the imperm. So you want to use one of your comma 3s or comma 2s to bait the imperm, and then summon comma 1 with Summon Storm, so that way it can easily bounce a card up, you know. Now here's the thing where you can take this out and add a different card. Now Noble Knight of Extremis, you can target one face-down spell or trap card and fail to destroy it, and if you do, banish it, and then if it was a trap, each player reveals their main deck, then banishes all cards from that with that card's name. This is going to allow your opponent to see what deck you're running. If you don't want them to see what deck you're running, then just put in Mystical Space Typhoon. But since there is a lot of spells and traps that float in the graveyard, this is kind of a way of like, here, I'm just going to show you my deck, and we can just get this over with, so that at least I know that at least this copy of it is going to be completely gone. And of course, Dimension Fissure is just another way of getting rid of problematic cards from, since they want to go, in case you have to go first. If they tell you to go first with the coin flip, you can easily just Dementia Shiver them and have them just say, okay, you can spam all you want, but a lot of your stuff is going in the graveyard. The training ground is not explanatory, because it's just how the engine of the commas go, because you're going to be summoning like crazy. You can easily just take you can take one off. You can take a counter off. Every Yosenju gets 300 attack, or with 3 counters you can add one, but you can only use once per turn, so you got to use it very wisely. And of course, Yosenju Whirlwind is just simple, pay 800 life points, and then then bounce something back, and then bounce something back again if you can, or just normal summon a comma that if you don't have commas on the field to bounce back with comma 1, at least there when the cards bounce back, you can bounce something. 2 copies is completely fine. And of course, Forbidden Chalice is always a good card to run in any NR deck, because it just negates everything. So even like the 800 attack is minuscule, but it's pretty much good. Now, as you can see, there is no extra deck for this. There is like one card if you do decide you want to run. This is a level 4. There is probably one card, and that is number 70, Malicious Sin. This is the only card I can see running in the deck. If you want an extra deck, this is about the only card I can see. But I mean, other than that, that's pretty much it. There's no extra deck for this. So if you have to, just run as many copies of Malicious Sin as you can. But that's pretty much it. So I just thought I'd share this deck profile with you, because I've been posting videos about it, and I thought I finally have it. I think I finally have it to where I can post the deck list. So I hope you guys enjoy. I will see you guys next time. You guys take care. Be well. Be safe. Have fun. Bye, everyone.